Twitter, and this is YouTube.
Yeah, be sure to like our YouTube, comment, share. Also the Twitter. We're trying to get on Twitter because Elon Musk is about to make the metaverse great again.
Yeah, he is literally. So everybody, welcome to the 1Verse special live stream. This is literally our 1 year anniversary. We're having this celebration here at Rooftop 42 Live. It's an open source. We're inviting all our guests from the previous guests from the 1Verse. We have Angel the Artist here, of course, my co-host Schilck and Casper. What's up, guys? How you guys doing today?
Hey, feeling really good.
Yeah, I'm excited to hear your 1 year progress update.
Yes, I'm excited to tell it.
Seriously, can you believe it's been literally 1 year? Like you pretty much jumped in. What was it, January or December of last year?
December.
Or was it a little bit later than that? December?
Yeah.
So okay, so you're literally. So yeah, we jumped around like the same time. So being a year, what is your thought on it now? Like being a year in here, what is your experience?
Oh, well, firstly, everything has changed. Like, I don't want to say everything,
so
but like
much.
for the most part, yeah, so much has changed. Like, first of all, building is like a whole different ball game now. There were things that I was building on that would take me hours that you can now find in the asset folder. Like, it's like insane. It's a lot easier for new creators now. Like, you can get on, just make up a whole world, and within an hour you can use YouTube. You got all these new links that help you, whether it's with building or scripting. Like, if you're coming into Horizons now and just want to create, like, you got it easy compared to when I was here last year. Like, everything for me was like, you need to learn this to yourselves, throw me to the wolves. Like, I had to like make my own flint stick, start the fire, like all that. Now you get like a welcome package clamping session when you come into here. So it's definitely a complete different ball game.
Super different ball game. That's true. Like literally, like what would be like 20 different updates throughout the week for a whole fucking year, just going, just changing things. Literally,
it's like
from making the graphics better.
But it's like when we have these updates, it's just like, oh wait, great updates, and it's just like, all right, but what's the catch? Because it's always something like, if we got some new mesh shapes, then maybe one of the mesh shapes is permanently non-collidable, or like people can't get into the world. It's glitching people out. Your camera's going in and out. It's just like, with new updates, there's always some type of bug that they have to fix with the next updates. So it's like, well, they're figuring it out. I'm still giving them a chance because we're technically not out of beta phase.
Right. Yeah, that's true. Will you say the graphics have improved a lot throughout the year as well, right?
Yeah, within just being in worlds, even our avatars themselves, they look a lot better. You saw me in the last 1Verse podcast. I did not look like this. But now I'm upgraded 2.0. And it feels better. We still waiting for, the obvious legs here, but
You excited for the
waiting on the legs?
I am, but I'm also not, because I just feel like we're going to get legs. So what's going to be all the bugs that come with those legs? Like, that's what I'm more so worried about. Like, am I about to see like my left foot all the way on the other side of the club while my right foot is still over here? Like, I just feel like it's going to be some time in the midst of us getting legs for us to fully be like, hey, we got functional legs. Like, we're going to say we have legs for a while, but it's going to be a minute before we say we got functional legs.
For sure. Yeah, I can't wait till we get legs though, just because I feel like that will make content so much better than what it is now. Like, at least more immersive, like more pleasing to watch as well. By having legs.
If they look
that's
good.
The one thing that they look good. Like, this kind of weirds people out. Like, if they don't know about this space, they're like, what doesn't have no torso? It's always like the first response that people say they're not in this. It's like, what doesn't have legs?
Wait,
so I feel like it will make it more immersive.
Yeah,
come through. Come and sit down. Come over here.
I honestly never thought it was weird, because I think, I've been here, right? And I see it's not weird. I feel like you feel energy. And so sometimes when I see the videos, I can feel your energy in that video. So if you're putting in the work, if you're putting in like that excitement in those videos. So that's all I can say.
Bro,
Oh my Lord.
Who's spinning that?
Oh,
By the way, whoever it is, bro,
Hater
you
in
guys
the
about to get
building.
kicked. We're over here on live stream.
He's in the
They're trying to-
pool.
Who is
He's
it?
in the pool.
Get that
yeah, I think it
little
is him. Yeah, I heard.
Wankster
It's
out
got to
of
be
It's the
him.
guy in the
Yeah,
pool.
McMahon. Yeah, I see him pointing at people.
here.
So, Sheila, or Angel, one thing I've been curious about, I've been telling everybody this. Like when I first got in here, I saw the Meta Quest thing from Mark Zuckerberg, and yeah, remove that dude. And I was pumped, and I bought a VR
Uber's
headset
coming.
as soon as I saw the Quest or the Meta Connect. I'm sure you probably had some like real stupid excitement when you first got this thing and I started coming in here. Is that excitement as strong today as it was when you first got in here, or has it died down a little? Are you complacent? What are your feelings?
I
That's
feel like
a
it's
good
been
question.
like a bit of a roller coaster, really, because like when I first got in here, like I didn't know anything about Horizon Worlds. Like I literally already had why am my alarm going off? Sorry. I already had the headset. I was like geeking out over
Yeah.
freaking Beat Saber, like just being a gamer, like kind of thing. And then my friend got one and then was just like, oh, what's Horizon Worlds? I was like, I don't know, but it's free. Let's download it. We downloaded it. And then once I seen what it was, that's when the excitement came. That's when I was just like, holy shit,
Yeah.
I got an outlet for art. Like that's all what was in my head. Like I can make art in here. It's a wrap. I'm about to do just that. And then once that came in, and then I started making friends. It's people in here I consider family. It was just like, it's amazing. And even today, it's still like, I'm still appreciative of the community. I'm still appreciative of people that I can call family and friends in here, of the relationships and friendships that I've made in here, whether they were lessons or just positive impacts on my life. And even with the new headset, and now it's just like, even that put me just a little bit forward of being like, dang, now even my content is going to like translate. Cause you know, when you do the content with the regular avatar, not that it takes away from anything, it's just something added when you can like really see somebody's expression, or exactly how Rose was saying, where like you can feel it just a little bit more, even with, you know, face and eye tracking. So it's still rolling for me. I'm still excited about what's
So you're still happy, you loving it still.
Mhm.
Good.
From inside here. I'm not talking about a business aspect. That's a whole nother.
Oh yeah. Business wise, how's your business going? Because you were just starting out when we first pretty much interviewed you.
Yeah.
Now that business is obviously progressing. How has it progressed? What are some challenges that you didn't realize back then that you notice now?
So with the business, it was like, I'm talking full steam engine, just fresh added a bunch of coal, all that. Like it was amazing. Like just working with Meta and being able to build and get paid for it was like crazy. Like I was able to take my mom to Miami for her birthday. I went to Puerto Rico for my birthday. I'm probably going to take another trip at the end of this year and February and March. But like, I never had that. Like before this whole business, my last vacation was 2006 or 17. Like I wasn't going anywhere. I was staying in the house. I was constantly having to figure out where the next check was coming from, how I was getting fed. And when I had my kids, making sure that they were fed. So taking, you know, food out my mouth to make sure that they had it, because they weren't always good no matter what. But it was always like, can I feed both of us, or is it just them tonight? Like it was, that's how I was on until, you know, this business came. Yeah, it was really bad. That's how it was. But then now within the past few weeks, things are a little rocky, just because I don't know if everyone has known about, you know, Meta losing all of those employees. Which is really, really bad. It's also put a hindrance on my business as well, because one of the employees that I was speaking closely with is not there anymore. So it's just like, where do I go from here? So I know I can still get it. It's still running smoothly, and I still have started to branch out besides Meta as well. So I'm with different companies, getting them to come into the metaverse and having them pay me for their builds and everything, instead of just solely focusing on Meta and having them be my only source of income. So it's still
So
going good.
Meta was hiring you for jobs.
Yeah, well, I was in a residency program, so they would just pay me to build whatever I wanted in exchange for me creating content, and yeah, that's it.
That's dope.
That's pretty cool. So are you able to mention like what kind of companies you worked with throughout this year? So some people could like know what kind of brands, what kind of companies.
Because of NDA, I can't say the company until the actual world is live. But just know there is one that should be published within either this month or next month. I'm not exactly sure. And then I actually have a meeting with another company tomorrow. So fingers crossed, and hopefully that goes well as well. And within that meeting, if they tell me it's okay to talk about it, then I will. But if not, we'll just wait until the world pops up.
So you're not really looking for people in the metaverse, really. You're looking for corporate and bringing them in.
No, not exactly. Like I'm available to anyone that needs a builder, but where the money is, obviously that's corporate.
Yeah.
Those are the ones that are sending checks with commas in it. and people in here, I more so give the benefit of the doubt of like, yeah, no, I don't have to give you the same price as I would them, because you are essentially an individual, propertier kind of thing, whereas they're a whole company. They have the funds to do that.
Pay you.
Mm-hmm.
I remember also, by the way, that 4 months ago, you said that you ate all type of meats.
I knew this was coming.
Yeah, what's up with this vegan journey?
And what's the deal with that today? How come it switched 4 months later? Hence not.
Okay. So yeah, let me set the record straight on me being vegan. Shortly, what month was that? In October, in the middle of October. This was right after like my mental breakdown, whatever, and my start of my healing and everything. And I met someone and they were vegan, and then they were like, oh, I know you probably heard like all of like watch these videos and do this and that. And I'm like, yeah, I be watching those gross videos of them like doing that, and then I'd be going to McDonald's and getting me the burger. Like it don't be affecting me. But I don't know, it was something that he was telling me. It was just like he just kept going in and like explaining to me, and then he was just like, and you can always just find food that tastes exactly like the meat product. So I just like, I don't believe that, but I'm gonna give it a try. And then I did. Like I just started going to only vegan spots. I started like this like meal kit that only gives you vegan meals. I started actually making cool. It's something called Cook Unity. So if you guys don't feel like prepping your food and cooking, get Cook Unity. It's where it's at.
Promo code AngltheArtist.
I definitely got you on the promo. Don't play with me because I'll definitely give it out. I just don't know it right now.
The promo code.
But, even that has made me want to actually start making vegan food as well, and like making it and being surprised, like, oh my gosh, this really tastes like chicken, like, or this tastes like steak, like. And I'm actually, being healthy, saving the planet, saving animals.
Can I butt in on that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Jump in.
I just wanted to know, like, because I'm not vegan. I eat a lot of meat and processed and fried foods and stuff. Have you noticed a change in your mental health and like physical health, and like, has anything changed for you? Like, did you notice a difference from not eating meat or processed stuff?
I want to say that for sure it has affected me physically. It's a little rocky just because like physically my body is doing well, but because my mental health is not where it should be, it kind of still inflicts. So I'm still on this like seesaw weight loss gain thing, and I'm still struggling with that. But I've noticed that I heard the energy is better.
Yeah, I heard people say like they went vegan and like everything felt different. They don't have no more pain in their body. They don't, they feel much better. They have more energy. So that's
I used to get like constant migraines, and everybody that gets like that itis feeling after you finish eating and like the bloated feeling, the crampies and all that stuff. I don't get that anymore. So that's one plus thing that I've definitely, I want to be like, oh, I'm a professional in veganism and that's why I don't have those pains anymore. I don't want to just say that that's the reason, but I believe that, yes, I don't have any of those like body,
I believe it's true, you
pains
know,
and situations because I've switched over.
Yeah, I'll add to that.
Thank you
like,
for that.
Veganism and like being a vegetarian, it definitely is a good thing. I was doing it for a hot minute, and because I also started dating a female, and she was straight vegan, and you know I didn't want to be rude and bringing a giant piece of burger into our home or a steak and like throw it in on a frying pan that was
nothing better
meatless.
than a steak, bro.
Right,
you know?
right.
And so at a time, I started doing that, and you know, for a little bit, I think I was like a pescatarian more so because I kind of kept eating fish. Because damn, going straight it was hard. But my whole skin changed, my whole diet, and again, like it's the same thing eating, greasy fast food, vile food from like McDonald's. No, I'm not knocking McDonald's. Those chicken.
No, not McDonald's. No one should
knock
McDonald's.
Like,
It's a good
anyway, we all know like,
eat.
the fast food, greasy style. Even Chinese food and like the people
Love
make,
that
they don't even
Popeyes.
eat that material in their own presence. Like I know a couple of the owners, and they don't eat that food that we get fed. And like,
and
if
don't
you
get me
let go
wrong,
of
like
that-
people think that like with me turning vegan, like I'm just sitting here eating raw spinach and picking up grass off the floor. Like that's not like, I'm still a very lazy junk
you're eating
food vegan
pasta.
person.
right.
Pasta, I'm still eating greasy, fried, but it's just plant-based. It's not even so it's like I'm not fully healthy, but like I'm trying to transition, I can't just be like, all right, straight into the very specifics, the raws and all that. Like I first started out as what they call freegan, where I only ate vegan food unless someone gave me meat. Then I'd be like, all right, well, you bought it. I'm not paying for it. I'll eat it. But then even then, it was just like, even that started to have the body effect. So then I was just like, we're just going to cut it all out. So the last time I ate anything non-plant-based was my mom's birthday, which was like a blowout, which is probably terrible. Because we went to a seafood buffet. It was like they just bring all of the seafood dishes to your table and you just pig out. And we definitely pigged out. So it was just like that whole big stomach bloated itis. We're stuck in the restaurant like, bring me some more scallops. Like it was insane. And then the day after, it was just like I just cut everything off cold turkey. And I was just like, I feel good. Like, and I still, like I said, I'll still eat like fried tofu, fried jackfruit, burrito, burgers, all that stuff, but it'll just be plant-based instead of with meat.
One thing I would say is just be careful. It's educate yourself on the proper vegan food, because like one thing everybody gets sucked in that thing. I watched this video on Netflix, a documentary about meat and how it was going to kill you. And I was like sold. And then I did my research and like looked up Beyond Meat, Impossible Meat, and you look at them and you realize that even though it's vegan, it's still like not good for you to eat because it's so processed and filled with sodium. So I'm not against veganism, but at the same time, you can unintentionally fuck yourself up when you go vegan because you don't know the healthy vegan food to eat, that even just eating meat that's organic and natural would have been better in the long run. So if you want to go vegan, that's great. Just educate yourself on the proper way to do it.
Exactly.
Some homemade remedies is the best way to go, honestly.
Yeah, and get your
Homemade
iron
remedies,
too, because
like,
people lose
literally.
iron a lot when they go vegan. Take iron supplements.
It's the same thing as meat though too. It's like it's better to eat your own meat, like your grass-fed meat. Like if you have your own cows,
grass-fed,
your own chicken, your own stuff, like it's better to go that route if you're doing the meat. And it's the same logic for veganism. Is you want to go, your in-house products instead of generic products. They're always going to put more chemicals, more stuff in it just to get it out there, to get more quantity out there as fast as they can. It's all about the numbers. It's always about the numbers. So when you think about numbers, always expect some sort of bullshit to be in it that can mess you up over time. You know,
I noticed once I started seeing more vegan things come to like the mainstream line, I was just like, all right, you know, capitalists got a hold of veganism. So I know it's going to be a lot more like harder work to make sure that I'm getting the like right not processed foods, the right foods in my body that's not processed. And that's why I kind of stick to Cook Unity now, because I know
like Morningstar
the ingredients the chef are using is
started.
You said Morningstar?
But yeah, if you remember, like that was in every single supermarket, not just a Trader Joe's or Whole Foods or Safeway or Albertsons, you know, or Key Food. I think I hit the whole spectrum of the East Coast and West Coast just now in supermarkets. But like it was in every supermarket, like the fake bacon. Those are delicious. But if you really looked in the ingredients, it's like the sodium. Same thing as like eating like if you're a meat eater,
5 times the amount of sodium.
It's all about like consuming what you want and how healthy you want to be. Because eating ramen every day, which we all might have been in that type
in
of
college,
in
college.
Like we all, and the sodium in there is just like, you just take a bag of salt and just consume it because you just did that with the ramen, you know?
Exactly. Yeah.
let's not forget those cup of noodles that we all ate at one point. Them shits have
cup of noodles
sodium.
fire.
It's insane.
Those are survivors.
My whole middle school career was me every day going to the store. I get my bacon, egg, and cheese, and then I go get my cup of noodles for lunchtime, and I would eat that every single day. I regret that. Not healthy at all.
But we're built different.
Thankfully, it was middle school years, so my body was able to process all of that. But now I could never do that now.
Yeah. One thing I will say is I actually got a chicken coop, and every day I be getting eggs from my chicken coop.
Oh, wow.
And if they're the one thing, like if people are trying to be vegan to be healthy, that's different. But at the same time, I cannot see a valid reason why people would not eat unfertilized chicken eggs, because it's not, they lay them anyways. I'd rather not waste the eggs than not eat them, right? Because they're unfertilized. Chickens are gonna lay eggs regardless. So might as well eat them if you got chickens, right?
Makes sense. It does. You're not hurting the animals or Earth in any way by just eating eggs.
Yeah, exactly.
I believe that.
That's a nice perk to have, though, by the way, to just have a chicken coop where you can just go and just go get some eggs in the morning, freshly made, fresh out of the freaking chicken.
I live kind of like in a different place than y'all. You still in New York, right?
Yeah. I'm in Brooklyn.
Yeah, getting a chicken coop in New York ain't happening.
No, there is. There are.
Yeah.
Unless you live in some land.
There are, but where I'm at,
it's not walking distance. You know what I mean? It's not walking distance. Like it's like a bus ride, maybe like 20 minutes, because there's always a farmer's market in a sense where there's a community. Like there's one near like Mermaid Avenue. Right, and like Coney Island, there is one right there. It's Spanish people, Black people, like it's a real community over there. But you have to walk over there, and like it's a hot minute to like roll up. And there's a couple of places, but it's not accessible for everybody.
It's
the downside
to, like,
living in the city.
You gotta own some land for sure. You gotta own some land, have some space, have some fucking chickens.
Like I got an acre, and I'm in the wilderness, right?
I need that.
Now people are buying acres in the Metaverse, and having fake chicken coops and like pulling them out, playing like that app game from Farmer's Market, because that's our new game now. It's like, I got a piece of land right here next to Snoop Dogg.
Next to Snoop Dogg.
Speaking about the Metaverse, are you guys in any other apps than Horizon Worlds? Because I'm going to tell you, I'm just in Horizon Worlds, nothing else really. I know Neil likes playing those shooter games.
I'm in a ton.
Yeah.
I'm deep.
What are you in?
No, I'm in a bunch.
I'm deep in VR chat. Like I'm deep in there.
And VR chat?
It's a whole different world, and it's not about kids. There's groups and the grown adults having $3,000, $4,000 PCs and $2,000, $3,000 headsets from like Pimax to Val Index, spending, almost $200 a pop for like the trackers and the base stations and their full body. And there's, another business side in that perspective, because people make, avatars in their Blender, which is like Unity, which is the downgraded version, I believe, that's Horizon has. It's like, it is Unity inside, but it's Android, but it's a little different. But
MetaClean, get in here, bro.
It's really cool. Allspace is really another amazing app, social, but a lot of people are not from the States. They're from the UK that I've been noticing. I think Angela just crashed.
We got MetaClean Rupert, the number one meta advisor. This guy, what's up, bro? Sorry, I hate interrupting the convo, but this dude just needs a shout out.
Good. Pleased to meet you. I love your eyes.
Yeah, we had to get him on here as well, because I know you, MetaClean Rupert, you actually also hit a year in here as well recently, right?
Yeah, actually December 11th will be 1 year in the Metaverse. So congratulations to you guys. Number one podcast in the Metaverse. Your journey's been absolutely freaking amazing. With some phenomenal guests and some dope content. So congratulations on the year.
Thank you.
I wanted to say that too before I went into the rant. Really congratulations, because I met a lot, like I'm newish, like I was doing venues, and then when they were leaking out Horizon, I had an issue downloading it, so I couldn't get in, but I was in the venues. But yeah, really congratulations on building this up. And being a year and like hearing Angel's story, that's pretty amazing. I met a lot of cool people in Horizon.
I know.
Sorry.
And Neo's dressed up like Johnny Carson, so we got to shout that out. Where'd you find that plaid jacket in the Metaverse? That's what I want to know.
The cards, just holding the cards and jacking on the fucking on the desk.
It's in the store. It's just like right in the regular menu on the Oculus.
Mm-hmm.
I done glitched out and then came back and Rupert was in the seat. I said, "Oh wow."
So how's your
welcome?
What's your 1 year experience been like? Why did you first get the Oculus? Were you just excited then as you are now? Are you more excited? Are you less excited? How's it been? Explain your year.
Oh man, let me tell you, the possibilities keep me excited. So honestly, my reason for buying the Oculus in the first place was thinking that I could resell it for last Christmas, thinking it was going to be the number one toy and it would sell out and I could make $700 selling it on the black market. And 2 weeks before Christmas, hence December 11th, Costco had a shipment of 300 more of these things show up at the store. So I was like, yeah, probably not going to make any extra money selling this thing on the black market. So I opened the box and put it on. And man, I got to tell you, I was blown away. I'd never really done any serious VR. I did the cardboard for Google, and I think I may have played like a PlayStation VR at a friend's house briefly, but anything serious. But coming into the space and then approaching people for the first time and starting conversations. And I was like, man, this is the most surreal experience I think I've ever had. When you're making friends from people in Wichita, Kansas and Saskatchewan, Canada, or someplace crazy. And I'm in North Carolina. So, man, I was just blown away, just absolutely blown away.
Yeah, it is a true amazing experience in here. Yeah, it is a mind-blowing experience. When you first get in here, even still a year later, still like amazing. It's being updated every time, and where every little update you notice it. It's a drastic change from when you first started.
Yeah, but it's this space has.
We got to get them on here.
Oh wait, no. First of all, let's
I was
stop
thinking after they do the performance.
We gotta get Danica.
Let's shout out Danica.
Pause.
Yes.
Danica, welcome back.
Danica.
Yeah, I feel like y'all need to speak to Danica. Let him get her little shine.
Yeah, Danica, take a seat in here, bro.
Come in.
There's multiple
Come in.
seats.
There's 2 empty spots. Better clean and
Danica, take a seat. You guys actually, before we go, do you want to do a performance real quick? And then after the performance?
Yeah, let's go to the
Danica,
performance.
this is the perfect segue.
Ready to perform. Their new single called Rain and Rain. Come up to the stage.
Get some confetti, you guys. Get some confetti. Hey. Yes.
Hey guys.
Hey, hey. Can you make it a little louder?
I'm all alone. Show me a sign. Give me a signal. Show me it's about us, baby. You can make a difference right now. You can make a difference. Kiss me and take away all my fears. Difference.
You got the power to make a difference.
Don't play with my love. Boy, I don't play with yours. Don't play with my mind.
Sensation of condensation on my window. My window.
You can make a difference right now. You can make a difference. Kiss me and take away all my fears. I know that you are made for me. How could you leave me? You love, you deceive me. Can't take this feeling. Progress of healing. Baby, I'm breathing. Just take away my pain. Come take away my pain. Just take this pain.
Confetti's out. Hey.
Hey.
Oh my gosh. That was so good.
And she glitched out.
Thank you guys. Mic drop.
Alright.
Good job. Thank you guys.
We are now.
One story of my life.
So let's stay in one position.
Oh, I wrote that song for outro. Huh?
Like King Rupert.
Hey. Ain't no aw.
When I watched you leave for the very last time, I had no idea what it was like. Losing the closest thing you had to light. This my best effort at putting up a fight.
Give her backup dances.
I'm confused. What you
There you go.
explain me to text after you left me already. Used to think calling you girlfriend was better than I. No more lipstick, just gold on my nose.
You want me, show me. Make it make sense.
Come on, crowd. You got this.
Make it make sense. There's no need for heartbreak. Make it make sense. Let the good times roll and make it make sense.
Hey. Dollars, make it make sense. Don't want to bother you, I think I'm sense. Won't make it change change, cause I ain't been the same since you left. Built myself up on this necklace, I flex, it's all mine. Shorty, you don't wanna play games with me all the time. How you gonna go and hate on me? My friends think I'm crazy. You were so amazing. That's what you would say to me. Back when I was 18, we were never perfect though. How did you hurt me so bad? One way to relax. I say I want rest, but I want you back. Girl, just come right back. Oh, I want you back. Oh, so bad. Make it make sense to me. Make it make sense to me.
If you want me, show me. Make it make sense. If you need me, show me. Make it make sense. There's no need for heartbreak. Make it make sense. Let the good times roll and make it sense.
When it's all said and done, my heart you can't touch no more. No more. Make it make sense to me. You don't just get to leave no more. No more. Oh.
Right?
No more. Make it make sense. Make it make sense.
Hey, give your confettis up. That was my girl Sheila right there.
Sheila, 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 Sheila.
Sheila, encoder. He's not here, unfortunately.
Yes.
She got the mic still in her hand.
There you go.
There she is. She's like, I'm out. I'm sad.
Hey, shout out to Sheila, Devine, and Coda that's unfortunately not here for those beautiful songs. Thank you. Such a great song. Shout out to you guys. Thank you, Devine, Sheila, and Coda. Beautiful song. Great performance. Love it so much. And now going back to the podcast, guys. Where the fuck not? Just like Rose says, where the fuck not?
Oh my God.
Bye, merch.
Going back to the podcast. All right, so we're back with the podcast, the live stream. Where's Danica? Is Danica in the house? Where's Danica?
So much for being there. Absolutely.
Let's get Danica on stage and Medicine Rupert so we can have some.
Danica, get on stage. Danica,
Get him on here. Get him on here.
Come on. I can hear you.
Okay.
I can hear you.
Follow
Get
me.
him
Follow
on here.
me.
Get him on stage.
Go over there.
Okay, okay, let me get up here.
Yeah, come in, man. Yo, welcome, Danica, and welcome, Madam Clean Rupert again. Dude, man, this is one of our previous guests as well. OG right here, definitely OG.
Yeah.
Man. Welcome to the live, man. We're live streaming to YouTube and Twitter. Welcome.
All right, where's the camera? Right here?
Yeah, we got Neo.ai, that's Twitter, and Schilck.eth, that's on YouTube Live. These two.
Hey,
drones
what's
right
up,
here.
YouTube? What up, everybody? Happy to be here. I came
Twitter.
through
Hi,
the course.
YouTube.
These guys are amazing, engraved in the culture, pushing it forward. I mean, y'all all know,
Man, thank you, man. How you been, dude? I know you've been here for how long now? I know it's been like what, 2 years for you now?
We coming up on 2.5.
2.5. Wow, we're over here just celebrating our first year. You're over here like, nah, man, I did a couple laps around that.
Super OG.
Yeah, man. I've been here.
You're an
a little while.
Man. Dude, what is the biggest changes that you've noticed just in the past year since that you met us here on 1Verse with like Horizon Worlds and the community and all that?
I think prior to, everybody else coming in here in the last year, it was more so a club. Now it's a community. Honestly, it's even bigger than the community now, man. I mean, we're really touching the ends of the earth. It's kind of like the real world, man, except we're all, this is kind of the metaverse that I was hoping for. All the different color faces, all the different vibes, the new creators. You guys have definitely made Horizon what it is now. And before you guys came in, it was nothing like this, for sure.
Wow. Man, that's deep. That's beautiful, man.
It's
beautiful.
Right
beautiful, beautiful. Danica was coming with the heat. He's always coming with the wisdom, dropping that wisdom all the time. Literally.
I come in peace. I
will say because I just feel like he's being a little.
But he can bring the heat because he's an Aries man.
Hey. If people don't know anybody that's new,
there we go.
It's like Danica has been like the pavement way for most creators in here. Definitely for me. People already know. I shouted to the end of the world. I was just like, is that man right there that got me where I am today? Because I went into his world. He didn't know me from nowhere. And I said, I love your world. I love what you do with this community. Please come check out my world. And he said, yeah, no problem. Turned around to his 50,000 capacity people. He was like, yo, we go into this girl world. And I was just like, whoa, wait, hold on. I was like nervous. I was just like, oh my God, what's happening? But all those people came in there. They saw who I was for just me and my build. And then people just kept coming and kept coming. So like to this day, there's not any day that I won't shout this man to the top of past the sky, past everything, because without me going to Vivid and having that conversation with you, like I would not be here. I fully believe that.
Can I give
Angel,
him
you
his
were
shout out?
amazing when I met you. Just straight like that. I don't mean to undersell it, but that's real.
Danica, I love your stew. It's like since I came here like in December, I don't know, like in between like fall or whatever. Anyway, the stew, when I heard like a lot of people that vibe, the rapping vibe, some people try to come at me on there, like just, because I was a girl, I was just feeling it out there. Just like, I never thought I could rap or nothing. I don't think I'm a rapper at all right now, but like when someone came at me, they're calling me a hoe, and then like, I'm like, all right, don't mess with Rose. And somehow like I just came out with the rap flow. And since there, like I was just like, all right, cool. This is cool. I like this. Fuck with me. I'll come up with something. So
Rose
the
is
stew
like
was one of the
stew royalty, if y'all don't know. This is like, honestly, I feel like I'm in a room with just family, man. Y'all are some of my favorite people. I mean, y'all know this, man. So many great creators. It's one thing to have an experience where people will want to go and hang out. It's another thing to have a community. I mean, you guys are the community. Not only that, I mean, we got a lot of community leaders in this room, man. I'm just happy to know you guys. And, I always appreciate the love. And I get a lot of inspiration from you guys. And just this last week has been tough, and just all the love that you guys have been giving me, it means more than you guys know, seriously. Yeah.
Who's cutting onions up in here? Damn.
Man. Well, we just want to let you know, man, that we do love you and we do appreciate you, man. Thank you for what you do.
I love y'all back.
Thank you for how you push us forward. Thank you for your presence and everything, dude. Seriously. We do appreciate you and we do notice you.
Grandma's watching.
So thank you.
Yeah. Thank y'all.
Yeah. And
Thank y'all for all the support
there's
this week. most of y'all probably know already. And, you know, I don't say this to get anybody sensitive, but it just is what it is. I'm blessed to be here and I'm happy to be here. My heart.
You good, bro?
So good.
No, you're good.
You good in here?
It's okay.
You got
Oh,
this.
fucking good, man.
I'm okay, thanks, babe. So
You still
my
here,
heart,
bro. You still here.
Then you're not alone right now, bro.
No.
My heart stopped on me this last week. I'm not even supposed to be here, man. Like,
Yes, you are. That's why you
No,
are here.
No,
supposed to
you're
be here.
supposed to be here. That's why
You're
you're
definitely
here.
supposed to
That's
be
exactly
here.
why you're here.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're still here.
I'm just blessed and I appreciate all you guys. Y'all don't even know how much, you know,
Seriously, bro.
seeing all of that.
We love you and
guys
God
give me
loves
on
you.
my Facebook. You know, I spend a lot of time just trying to, you know, mind my business. And I was sitting there like, man, I could have just been gone and nobody know what happened. So that's why I wanted to just let everybody in and let everybody know what was going on, because I needed those well wishes. I needed all your prayers. You know, I'm just so glad to be here, man.
Man, can I say something?
Absolutely.
Go ahead.
Here is the beauty of the metaverse that I truly wish Meta would focus more on, right?
Amen.
Like, this room is full. This room is full of amazing creators who build phenomenal worlds, this world included, right? What you've created within the space between Club Vivid, the Stew, the Party Bus, which I'm not even sure if these new people know about the bubble bus party bus that you did is phenomenal. But the power of what this space is about the people in this room, right?
That's right.
What you've done for creators, Angel included, right? You've laid a path and shown people what's possible within this space, right? I don't know if people like you, if people like Hardy, and the ones that were here really early, developing at a high quality really early, I don't know if people would have been inspired to continue their journey in the metaverse without seeing some of the things to show us what's possible within the space. And I think everyone here can commit to that, because we all basically, you know, a year ago came through the same path, entering into Horizon Worlds. It's you went through venues, and then you went to Hardy World, you went to Vivid, and honestly, that was that was all we really had back then. We didn't have much, and you spent a lot of time developing these relationships with people a year later now that we still have conversations with, and meeting creators like this who develop those spaces, not even understanding. I don't even know if you understand what you knew you were doing when it comes to the community space, not just the build and what you were creating, and just how it gravitated and connected people like Rose. You know, she went from being called obscenities to being, you know, through royalty because of being able to showcase her talent based on the opportunity that creators give us, man. I tell you 120 times, this space is about people. The worlds are phenomenal, but people are going to follow creators. They're not going to follow worlds. And people like you, man, make it all possible. So thank you for everything you've done for this space. Truly.
Woo, beautifully said.
Seriously.
Shout out MetaClean
That's
Rupert,
poetic.
man.
Yes.
Was.
Yeah,
Snaps.
Beautiful brother right here, man.
Snaps. Yes. It's because me hitting my controllers.
Appreciate you.
Me too. Me too, Barbie. I'm like, y'all hear my snap? I'm here just like,
Hey, so Danica, would you like to tap in a little bit into what happened to share the story?
Sure. So, we don't exactly know what happened. I was playing this new experience that's out called Breachers. I wasn't even on it maybe about an hour, and I woke up in the hospital, but my heart stopped on me. I just seized up in my chair, and luckily my girlfriend was right there, and she at first thought I might have been having an asthma attack, and she lifted my headset up and saw that my eyes had rolled back.
oh my God.
You know,
So this
She
happened
basically
while you had
called
the
me.
headset on?
Yep.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
She called the paramedics, and they just told her to do chest compressions on me, and she did chest compressions on me until the ambulance got there, and while in the ambulance, they had to shock me twice, and
Wow.
Oh, jeez.
then they hooked me up to a ventilator for a day, and I spent the day just unconscious, just with the machine. With the machine breathing.
It's all right. Take your time.
Man, I don't even, just hearing her have to tell me all these details, and, waking up with the tube in my mouth and tubes in my body and being plugged up to machines or whatnot, I'm just so blessed to be here, man. I just can't say it enough.
That was only last week.
Yeah, it happened on Saturday night. I woke up Monday morning. So,
Danica, can I
And a week
say
later.
something?
Yeah, go ahead. Come on.
Can I say something?
Okay, I'm boohooing too. So I have rheumatic heart disease. So I really share with your emotion here because I've done that as well. At least they know what mine is and what happened. But I want to thank you for sharing that, because it's really hard to have people that you connect with in here, like medically and stuff like that, which I have met a family here that even in real life, I was in the hospital and they were calling and coming out and all kinds. I mean, this is my family. This is all I got. And like you, it's super scary because it's like, if you're by yourself, and I live by myself, and it's like hard. So I have 2 pacemakers. I have one and then a backup. So
they just installed a defibrillator in me. Yeah. So if my heart just stops on me again, this thing is hopefully just gonna shock me back into action.
That's what I.
Do you have to get your defibrillator replaced in, is it 7 years?
Yep. They said this one
Or
should
10
last
years
me about
now?
7 years.
7.
Yeah,
Wow.
And see, now they can go through your leg. They don't have to like.
Yeah, they've gotten so much better. I have my best friend. She had to get a defibrillator when we were in high school.
Yeah. They can do in a
some
vein through
scary
your
stuff.
leg.
And I mean,
Thank you for sharing.
I'm as healthy as, I don't want to say as they come, but I go to the gym, 2 to 3 times a week. I'm like 6'3", I weigh 170 pounds, soaking wet. Like, I try to take care of myself, man. But now it's even more so, I'm just going to have to watch how I treat my body, how I take care of my heart, They're saying that they think it's something wrong with the electricity in there. So I'm going to just try to, research and figure out the best way I can just, take care of myself from now on. And hopefully I'll be able to connect with people like D, get some information on, what's some of the best ways I can do that. Cause I'm no fool. If I see somebody who's been through something, somebody that can learn something.
Come on.
I want to get all the info. So, and that's awesome. Thanks for sharing that, D, because
Thank you.
It's complex, I don't feel like I'm going through it alone, Yeah. I love y'all, man.
I love you too.
Man, so talk about a purposeful journey. So, I don't know how many people in here have had a near-death experience. I did when I was younger through acts of violence, where I almost didn't make it. But at your age, not saying that you're old by any means, and the impact that you left, I mean, it has to change what tomorrow's purpose is.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I think just during this last year, I've been so focused on just trying to, I think, the wrong things. You know, not entirely, but just, I haven't been smelling the roses as much as I should this whole last year. You know?
Yeah.
This really been a lesson to me to just stop and do that, man. You know, I'm still adapting to what all of this means for my future and everything, but I'm optimistic, and I definitely feel blessed. You know, I'm sad I went through the experience, but I'm so much more excited and just blessed to be here. Like, so much more.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Amen.
Schilck, I haven't heard you talk since I've been up here. You know you've been muted?
No, I'm mute.
As long as you know.
Well, I've been talking this whole fucking time, man.
Oh my God. I was like wondering why he was on mute. I was like, what?
Oh my gosh. Thank you.
Listen, are we here for 1 year or 1 week? Are you an amateur? Come on, Schilck.
Fuck, dude. I guess so, bro. Like, it's funny, dude, man. I'd be waking up in the morning and bitching about petty shit.
Right.
And like,
That was it.
you meet people like yourself or hear about stories that really happen, and you're just like, damn, I'm a fucking asshole for even wondering or bitching about like stuff that doesn't even matter. Like my dog's barking in the middle of the night, it pisses me off, and I'm like, dude, I'm blessed beyond belief, and you going through that experience just really opened up my eyes and my appreciation for just being able to breathe, having a functioning heart, like shit that we take for granted every day.
That's right.
Like,
that's right.
It's amazing.
Yeah, I gotta tell you though, man, a lot of us, and I think here's a problem sometimes, a lot of us live lives where we try to avoid all pain and all problems at all costs. But man, that doesn't build character. Like if you can't confront some of that stuff sometimes or go through something, you can't really appreciate some of this stuff you have. Like, I think you're a perfect example, right? You're complaining that the dog is barking, potentially while this man is fighting for his life, right?
Yeah.
But again, I'm not saying that to judge anybody, but life has a way of teaching you lessons, whether you like the lesson or not. Right. I've always looked at life as neither good nor bad. It's a process we have to go through in the evolution of who we become. And you can't become your greatest self sometimes without knowing where your barriers are or how far you can go. Even when we look at creativity, right? If we continue to create the same thing over and over and over again, as an artist, you don't necessarily grow. You may grow with the skill set in creating that one thing, but sometimes being complacent with the things that we have and the experiences that we do for ourselves doesn't help you become a better person or a different person. And in my opinion, if you're not growing, you're dying. Like, we should take each of these opportunities, even the tragic ones, and so much of what's being built in here, unfortunately has been built from tragedy, I'm sorry, I can never say that word right. But so much of what's been built within this space. Yes, I don't know why I can't do the G and the D thing at the same time. I don't know. But a lot of what's being built within, I think Angel can probably attest to this as one of the preeminent artists in this space, is built from pain. How do we express the things that we are going through on the inside in a responsible, and maybe not even responsible, but in a way that makes a creator feel some sort of relief or release, or it's strange, but I think it's hard to do those things if you don't have life experiences. I'm not saying it's impossible, but man, when you go through some stuff, you create and live your life differently. Not always better, but just differently. So it's important to embrace that stuff. If you do it, man, I've heard some heartbreaking stuff from creators in here about the stuff they had to deal with. But on the tail end of it, when you see the creativity that came out of it, of going through that journey, would have never have existed had they lived a normal, perfect, whatever that means, life without any challenges or resistance. So we need these things, as tragic as they are. And God bless that, you know, again, another power of the metaverse is just that a week ago you're struggling for your life and now you're back in the metaverse like dude, who are you?
What do the people later like, let's go. I'm
What
ready
are
to
they
go.
playing with? Can I have a little piece of that so I can get some but
People will be
you know,
packing this thing up, no problem. Yeah.
right.
Right.
And you're not boo-hooing either. You're not saying, woe is me. You're
Right.
staying strong. And
Right.
it seems like you're trying to move forward.
Yeah.
So happy, man.
Yeah.
So happy.
admirable.
I mean,
But testament to the people.
just that. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you guys really, you know, we're not in a space where we're surrounded by millionaires and celebrities. Most of
Right.
us are just average folk. We drive
Right.
average cars. We live in average houses or apartments.
Yep.
A lot of us, right? I live in an apartment. A lot of us are regular people, and we are really the salt of the earth in here. You know, it's cool to have celebrities and everything come through and give us a dose of just or a jolt to let us know that this space is evolving and it's advancing and that people are looking. But
Yeah.
all of us really make it what it is. You know, us everyday average folks, and most of us in here, if not all of us, have been through adversity. You know, average people, we go through it, man. You know, we don't have peachy keen perfect lives. None of us. You know, and it's just so awesome to be in this space, man. I don't think that there's a place in the world right now like the metaverse. You know,
Nah, nowhere.
I agree.
Maybe Walmart sometimes.
No, Walmart.
Walmart's
Depending on
real.
the time you go,
Walmart's
Walmart
scary,
might
bro.
be a little
I'm
like
not
the
gonna
metaverse.
lie.
Oh my gosh. I'm like, well, no. Well, that's
By the
not
way, Danica, there's people on the live stream sending you love. On the live stream, on the comments, there's like sending you love, saying they love you.
Yeah, no doubt.
Literally,
Pour it on.
back, man.
the mechanic is one of them sending love to you right now.
Shout out to
Yeah,
mechanic.
Chum, chum.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Just, you're not alone,
Yeah.
man. We're here for you, but you're not alone. We're here for you. And you're here for a reason. That's a fact now.
Yeah.
So let me ask you.
When
is
you
it-
cut
is
off
it-
in traffic, don't bitch.
Right?
Yeah.
It could be worse.
Just let him go.
No, it's serious.
Let him go by.
Serious.
So has this experience done anything to you creatively? Like you were laying there, did you have thoughts into your mind about what you want to share with the community, creative wise?
Just move myself. You know, give you guys as much as I can. So if anybody needs me for anything, I know I've said this, but I really do mean this, man. I'll try. If nothing else, I will make an attempt, man. I really appreciate all the support I get from you guys. Nothing I do in here would be anything without you guys. From how much I've been able to improve to how much I've been able to learn, the creations I've been able to not only just get people in them, but just to been able to get a great amount of just support from you guys to create some things that but to make people smile. You know, just everything just tastes so much sweeter. You know, after being out of the hospital room, man. I'm just so excited to, you know, really step into my own and just take the reins on this future, man, because it's not promised. It's not. You know.
Amen.
And even if I wouldn't have been able to make it out of the hospital bed, you know, you guys have been so supportive, shown so much love, you know, so much over the last, just the entire time I've been on Rising. I mean, even there were just, you know, 100 people on the app, you know, seemed like some days, right? You know, it's been a positive experience. It's just been amazing, man. So I can't wait to just Danica 2.0 this thing, and just keep adding on what you guys bless me with opportunities to, you know, all the feedback, love, it really does, make everything that I've been able to do in here has been through you guys. I really appreciate all y'all.
Yeah. No.
And the one cool thing about the metaverse is this thing, if it's going the way I predict, which is going through hardships right now, but I don't think it's going to fail. I think this is going to be the future. That's why I'm here. And this is going to outlive all of us. What you create today, even if our physical bodies go away, you're going to be forever marked here in history, and people are going to be able to enjoy the stew for like 70, 80, 100 years. You're not going to go where. Yeah, your legacy live forever.
Yeah, can you imagine if Universal gets a hold of this headset 25 years from now, we get like a Jumanji stew version showing up in the movie theaters? I found heads, and all I found on here was a stew. What's this place?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, man.
20 years from this, we may have some of our old worlds looking like Atari, but I'm hoping that they keep.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that they keep all the old stuff and just keep letting more and more and more in. Because I love going back and playing retro games. I love going back and visiting the past.
The graphics and then your builds update with the graphics as well. That'd be cool. As the graphics keep updating, your builds keep
alone have just been amazing. The lighting in here, the lighting and everything did not look like this when we first got it. So just the fact that we had the 2.0 all our worlds a couple months ago, guys know about that. We had to go through and update everything. It lets you that they're not going to just let our creations fall by the side.
Right. Yeah, I can imagine what it looked like 2.5 years ago. I see changes in a year. Yeah. Back then, the stick figures one step above us.
Well, no facial hair, very limited individuality. Most everybody just walked on with the same T-shirt on, the same look. I'll probably look more like I don't even know who, Cuba Gooding Jr. or some more than looking. I was just a bald man with glasses, much like I am in real life. But the masks have been ridiculous. They have. I'm only 2 years in. I can't imagine. I think what we saw at the presentation, if they give us what's been talked about just in the next year, y'all know this thing is gone. The roof is blown off.
We're not
gonna know how to act once we get legs. Exactly, right?
Oh yeah.
And then
I hope they move funny like the legs on Boneworks. I don't know if you guys ever played that. The legs just kind of, they do their own little thing every time you move, every which direction. Or the leg tracking, man. That's gonna be interesting, right? Because
I was thinking if they brought in legs into the full body
and touch his knees and know his legs. So it's gonna be interesting to see if we get everything that they've been promising. Once we get the new avatars, it's gonna bump our capacity up because these are cool, but these are more complex than we need.
Yeah,
we get some nice mesh figures together. Bring that capacity up with all the objects and everything else, man. It's gonna get crazy in here. And
that's why this world's so glitchy around, because the capacity.
Capacity glitch.
Man.
Yeah.
Look what y'all created, what you have already. I mean, between just you alone, my goodness, it might be half the metaverse with your creativity. Yeah, it's just amazing. Yeah, seriously though, it's it's funny, man, because you pull these 3,000 objects out, and my 3,000 objects, I don't know about everybody else, looks a whole lot different than y'all 3,000 objects.
Yeah.
But it's a testament to to the space, man. One thing I think I love about this space the most is, I'm a little older than most players. I've lived a life. I've been in multiple industries, but haven't been very many things I've been able to do in my life that I've been able to combine everything that I've learned in the X amount of decades that I've been in the workforce. Usually, if I start a new career or vendor, I kind of have to leave some stuff behind. Like, I came from the music industry, which will be very different than working in a corporate space. I can bring some of the lessons, but I can't really bring some of the experiences per se into those spaces because it's very different. Man, the metaverse, and I think everybody can say this, has allowed us to bring either the creativity, the business side, the personality, whatever, you're able to use all of yourself in this space, which has been absolutely amazing. And it allows people to show up as their authentic selves. When people get real, it allows people to show up authentically and still find people that care about them and want to hang out and do things, which doesn't always happen in your physical world. And there's been no other social platform that I've seen that's been able to accomplish that. It's been absolutely insane. Yeah. And I love it about this space. I do.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. Totally agree with you, man. I think just the way we are able to, there's a place for everybody in the metaverse.
Yeah.
I don't care what it is you do. You like to crack joke, we got a place for you. You like to help people out, we got a place for you. You just want to give people love, I promise you, there's a place for you in this metaverse, man.
Yeah.
And once we just figure out a way to make sure that we're helping along everybody else's gifts and just keep giving each other those opportunities, man. I was going through a health scare, but so many people suffer with depression. So many people who don't feel adequate, don't have friends, don't have a place in the real world, man. There's a place for you in here. There's a community, there's friends in here. There's somebody in here that's gonna come in here and embrace you, man. And if nobody's will, I will. Yeah. I'm the all of us in this room.
No, you said it.
Love it.
2.0. You said you the welcome committee from now on.
Yeah, real talk.
I got you. Hey, that's kind of been my place since I got on here, man. I think, especially for people to cut. When I first got on here, there was next to no black folks. Just straight like that. Not even just black folks. I didn't really run into many minorities at all. We don't have to expound upon that, but you can just gather what you want from that. And I definitely didn't see a lot of people who looked like me. And now it's like in every room, It's just amazing to see the growth and where we're going. The sky's the limit. I really want to encourage all you guys to, figure out a plan, what you want to do. If you want to be money focused, that's fine. That's your prerogative. Just take it serious, man. If you want to, find friends, find social interactions, it's here for you.
Yeah. Healing. A lot of healing.
Or if you just want to make an impact, it's in here too.
That's right.
So
For sure.
That's right, bro.
So what direction do you guys see this Metaverse going in this year with everything that's been going on in the news with like Meta, unknown employees? Do you guys see like a really bright future? Because I know Schilck agree, you see a bright future. I agree as well, but what do you guys think? What is your personal opinions?
I think we make the future. It's up to us to make the future. It's not about that company. It's to us.
I agree.
Because every time I
think
meet someone,
everybody's. Sorry,
Every
I think
time
everybody's on the view of like, oh yeah, we're waiting for Meta to do this and do that, but there's things that we can.
Meta
do
doesn't care.
Yes, Meta.
No. See, I will say from slightly inside, I will say that it's not about them not caring. It's about they have a bunch of people who weren't on the same path as them. So everybody is like, oh my gosh, they just fired a bunch of people and stuff like that, you have to look deeper into that. Like, why were those people let go? Like, obviously, weren't just, oh, we want to be selfish. Goodbye. You know, there has to be some sort of reason.
Overhead.
They
had
I've
everything.
At the end of the day,
I've spoken to some
it's a
Meta
business.
employees.
If you think,
Yep,
if you think
exactly.
business wise, it's a business.
Yeah, they can afford to pay them.
Mhm. Is it
But
that?
there's
Is it
multiple
that?
in there that's like who I've spoken to. They let a lot of people go, and the
Right.
people that are still there, they have a better understanding of what needs to be done within here. But there's people
Yeah.
that are still working for Meta that actually sometimes are in this headset, because a lot of our problems is that they're making all these choices, but they're actually in headset, understanding what we're going through, how we're trying to move forward,
Right.
being on
Right.
this platform. Now
Sounds
they have a better
familiar.
understanding. I mean, it's a recycle of a business, really. It's all, they always
Yeah.
one point, and you know that doesn't really
Yeah.
work out, and they gotta
Some
just
people just want to get into
reconstruct.
business for the money. Some people want to get into
Exactly.
business to understand everything and actually make it better and make the better community. So that's what sometimes.
Yeah. But you have to understand the customer. So like put the headset on.
And that's one of the fundamental flaws. I think a lot of the people
Yep.
who are in charge don't necessarily have the time to be honest. The people
Should make the
who
time though.
do employ, you know, there's a lot of people who work very hard. You know, they don't have the time to necessarily be a part of the community. They have to let the community raise up the community, the tech, learn from the community, right? And I'm gonna be honest, it's like I can't be specific
That part.
because of NDA and whatnot, but I've specifically asked them and seen them go, okay, we'll work on that. And I mean within a week sometimes. And they're, you know, they're receptive. And I think that in order for the app to grow and change and evolve, sucks that a lot of people have lost their jobs, and I hope that know that they have something good on their resume that they can leverage somewhere else, and it also is going to open for new hires. You know, maybe or the people in the community and play rather than going normal tech guys that they. I'm optimistic just about the reform and everything, what we saw at the Meta Connect, all of that stuff looked crazy, right? The deep mesh, that the things that we're going to import in here, it's going to get really, really, really wild. The point where we'll be visually blown away all the time. I'm honestly seeing.
The ways I got here. I came out so much this like I'm not gonna lie. So I've been in CNA, so it's been like we've been so dull, so like helping other people, being like patient and like when I just like more. Don't get me wrong. Like my patients will tell me, do what you want to do, and I'm like, I don't know what I want to do. I don't know what I want to do. So that's what was always kept in my head. I'm like, but being here is just cool. I like meeting creative people, and it's just I tap into creative side.
I agree on that. I love that too. Because, like
for sure.
I'm from another app, another social app. And like I was on Horizon. I was on Horizon U, and I've seen from the beginning of what the evolving of it. And again, what you're saying earlier is the community needs to keep pushing and building, working together. Because if you're not the community, then you're just getting into that business platform. I don't know. Definitely not the way you should look at it. But being as a community and platform and creating and sharing technology and not keeping it to yourself personally, as long as you don't have a contract.
Also, it's very important to like not only just for the creators that are building in here, it's also very important to create content, because the only way that people are going to know what you're building is through visuals.
Wait, can you say one more time?
Your content.
What did you just say?
I was saying that it's very critical and very important also to push the content by visuals, because the only way that a build like this, for example, the publicity, the push of a community like creators is by adding video, by making it by visuals, putting out
I
there,
was just
pushing
saying
it,
that to
sharing it.
Worldwide Nest yesterday. I was like, I feel like we need to be pushing content and stuff
Yeah,
like
like,
that.
should be like sharing content is very critical. Like that's very critical. The growth of the community and for every creator, for their voice, everything, content. Because without it, nobody's gonna know nothing about shit. Only the people who
Really, they're not here.
That's not how you go.
I have a question. You know how people get paid on Instagram or Facebook creating content? And can us as advocate content and still get paid for creating content, or is that the
Yes, absolutely.
Point of this. That's the point of
That
YouTube.
already has a program
Reels.
just for content creators.
Yeah.
But why did I
That's
hear
why they
that?
gave
I'll send
us-
you that link.
Okay.
That's what they
But
gave
why
us
did I
this
hear that?
right here.
Wait, why did I
This
hear
right
that
here.
it's
That's
only
what they
for
gave
like
us.
the realism? Like you have to put yourself out there like as a person, but not an avatar.
No, I have a lot. I'll give you a rundown.
And boom,
So if you go
live
to
streamed.
TikTok, right, put in VR as a searching, and you see major. I'm not gonna say like you're gonna see Horizon avatars. Say you're gonna see a lot of VR chat avatar because they're
Great
full
voice.
blown. But again, you'll see, and this is what he says on that jump.
I'm sorry.
Is a must, and you're making TikTok videos. I've seen it. A horde of you on
Come over.
Instagram. It's really
All
amazing.
right.
But
Follow me, Los Blossom 6 here at the 1Verse podcast, the number one podcast in the verse.
I was right there, man.
Also touch on that because a lot of people in the outside, they come in and then they try to figure out what Horizon World is, and their go-to thing is to go on Horizon's Instagram page. So you look at those videos and they're just not it.
I just want to say,
there's a way to sugar it. It's just not
They're dry.
just
at all.
do
Yeah.
any of you know any of those people that they put on their Instagram page? Have you ever seen them in here? Because
Some.
I've been down there.
there's a few people,
Right, but Danica was on there. It's a couple
Besides-
people
besides
that
you,
are out in there.
but what could do, just DM them, and that's it. They might get responded. They're like,
Tagged them 20 million times.
it's going forward, and like
I think everybody
being
does.
shy or like stepping back. Just attack the
not
issue.
shy.
Not in the
Okay,
formal.
I honestly, how does like the tag? Because I'm getting like, I used to be, I hate social media, but the same thing. Like people get annoyed, like that's the thing. I hate bothering people. Do
Tag as much.
No, but do not even
and
care.
using
People
hashtags.
have something
Tag
to do
them
with the
all.
content.
Use the
Now,
hashtags.
I'm not in favor of just tagging random people to get them to see your stuff. I think if you have a relationship with someone, like I'll be send your video to me so I can see them, because I don't spend my time on social media. So
My tag
any of
to
you
me.
You're really good
you're
at
always welcome to send your stuff.
and I always add it to my story before. Not too
Yeah, I think we should.
And we should all do that.
Meta as to like getting on their page. If you look at the page, I'm pretty sure there's creators in here that have more followers than Horizon has followers. They are not the end all.
1,000%.
Right.
We are Horizon. It's not Meta.
Right.
Meta is. It's like we show up to a bowling alley. We are the party. Bowling alley is just the avenue. It's where we're linking.
Right.
But
Yeah.
with all due respect to the platform, if they shut the doors down this tomorrow, or if we decide we want to leave, we can still keep our community. See, it's all about the connections.
Right.
Yeah.
Network.
We don't have to stay on Horizons. We can link up other
Go somewhere
platforms.
else.
We can link up
Like-
URL. I talked about this with somebody, but doing our own creators meetup where we have like a creator con. We spend our hard-earned money and we lock something down, and we do things the way we want to do. Like, why should we wait for
Creator
Horizon?
con.
I'm not saying you saying
Exactly.
that,
Yes,
Horizon,
Creator Con.
but that's what I ask myself.
Creator
Love that.
con.
Yeah.
Oh no,
That's the thing. We already see that. By the way, we already see that with the YouTube community, the TikTok community. They do it. Right?
Yeah.
And this is just a new genre. This is a new genre. It's technical
My
art,
God, I feel like part of an OG community. What's good?
Oh, shit. Guys are gonna be like the creators, like, you remember Vine? That one didn't last very
Yeah, Vine.
Oh, Vine, no, but I love Vine.
By the way, talking about stats and talking about like numbers and like supporting each other, I did want to share the stats that the 1Verse got recently. On the stats, and this is all of you guys. This is all of you guys for like sharing and pushing it. We got these type of stats. Like literally,
That's good.
the 1Verse is being heard in 7 countries. 7 countries. And mind you, we're fully in the matter, so it shows you the power of this space and the power of the community, the power of creators in here. This is more for all of you and every listener, showing you the potential of what can be accomplished. So yes, we're in 7 countries being listened. The top 5 countries that were being listened, obviously, is the United States. Second is Canada. Third is Mexico. Fourth is Brazil. 5th is Italy. To the top 5, like literally, that's and mind you, some of those countries, 3 of those countries, Mexico and Italy, they don't even have access to the Horizon Worlds yet. This shows you the power.
That lets you know it's not Horizons, it's us.
I share it on my personal page because I believe in shit. That's it. That's it.
That's how you know.
Most shared globally.
Hello.
Top 10%.
Let's go.
Globally.
Let's
Like,
go.
literally,
Let's
stats
go.
are there.
Let's
This is all
go.
stats. Thank you. Literally, these stats are coming directly from Spotify. Spotify sends it to us, and I'm just sharing it to you guys. Literally, that's amazing. The power of the community when they believe in something and they come together and they push it and share it. Literally, like a full Metaverse podcast, fully Metaverse podcast here in Horizon Worlds is able to do something like that is incredible. Thanks to the people, thanks to the creator, and thanks to the community. That's beautiful. So this is that's a good addition to what we were just talking about. Like, how can we grow the space? By the creators, by the community coming together. It's beautiful.
It's truly one verse.
And thank you. And then the other stat is also we're in the top 30% of most followed podcasts on Spotify because again, the community.
That's awesome.
Yep.
Yeah, that's fire, man.
So thank you.
Meta Barbie.
Hey,
Meta Barbie.
Neo,
You know.
Schlick, all you
Come over
guys,
here. I
One
feel
Verse
like you're blocking.
podcast. I'm proud of you
Come here.
guys, man.
Meta Barbie. I'll go here.
Seriously.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
You're good.
Seriously. You
Right here.
guys
Where
always
am I?
maintain a certain element of professionalism, a certain element of really just making the product look good. You guys don't just run your mouth. You take the time to put the presentation in. Your podcast set still amazing. 1 year later, still just a great place to be in.
Still
Beautiful
one of
to
the
look
dopest
at.
builds in here. Yeah.
And he's been on his mission since I met him. Professionalism, trying to bring the community together, trying to put himself on the map, man. And I respect you guys.
Thank you, man. Much appreciated. Seriously, sincerely, thank you. Thank you. But that right there, I said that to show, those stats is like to show like we can do this. We really can make an impact. We can make a difference if we support each other. Literally.
That's right.
With whatever it is. If it's with content, if it's with builds, if it's with like a new company, mission, or anything, we can do this. We can.
Yeah, listen, you do not have to wait for as much as Meta has provided us in terms of innovation and creativity. You do not have to wait for Meta to get anything accomplished in this space. Whether it's a monetization box, being part of a creative community, or anything. Perfect example, Jay Vanity, right? Did Meta come to you and say, hey, you need to put on a fashion week in the Metaverse? Right. Right.
Get over here, Jay Vanity.
Did Meta come to you and say, Angel, we need you to only focus on creating spaces to make people understand what mental health procedures look like? Right. Did Meta come to you and say, hey, we need a nightclub in the studio, build it so people can find a place? Right.
No.
We don't
Should have.
even capacity, right? We all beholden to the same 3,000-esque shapes that we use. Right? We can argue and yell and complain all day long that we need 4,000 shapes to build, but haven't we proven enough that we don't need any more than 3,000 shapes? It's not about how detailed, perfect your world is when people come into your world, right? What kind of experience do they get? What feeling do they get when they enter your space? It doesn't matter what it looks like. It truly doesn't, because I've been in worlds, and I can say this as a STEM builder, where I can see right through the ceiling, looking right at the sky, nothing snapped, nothing. Then you look at the following and the number of people just enjoying themselves, right? Did they come here because the world was perfectly built, or did they come here because a creator creates a type of experience that made them feel safe and comfortable? So we've already established that, honestly, we can probably still accomplish the same goals with 2,000 shapes. It's not about the number of shapes. I mean, not unless you're in a business, you need to see detail or whatever the case may be. But man, the experiences that we create for our guests in this world are the only thing that matters. Me personally, I love the assets that they're buying. And not to take from anybody's creativity. I don't think creativity comes from how your product looks. I think it comes from how it's put together. Those assets now give people who have been in space for a short time the ability to create and now focus on those experiences. Even the established creators now can just pull out an asset because they realize that how the cups looks might not be as important as the feeling that that person comes to the space. So putting the couch out of the asset for a creator who knows how to create, it's a simple replacement to allow that time spent on the world to focus on experience of the guests. And I think that's the kind of stuff that push the space forward, because now we think about those experiences and how can we make these things different? How can we create more of an emotional connection to our guests, or whatever the case may be, or the reason that you're building. And I think we focus on that. There's no way possible space can fail. As long as the technology is still provided for us to create within its constraints. And it's just, like, I think VR obviously isn't going anywhere. I think the adoption that we see on a day-to-day basis through commercials, through television, every commercial you see how there's some type of avatar presence, but now becomes really, really familiar. I don't think VR is an end-all say-all, though. I think AR now, and if y'all as creators aren't now getting more involved in AR, then you're going to be left behind. Because here for business, AR is really what it's all about. Because you don't necessarily now have to be stuck inside a headset on a bit from Metaverse if you understand the power of AR. But it's all connected, right, with Web3. I'm heavily involved with NFTs, and we haven't even seen the impact of NFTs in this space yet. Right?
Not yet.
We're 2 years in.
Yeah.
Right? It's still so early. And
By the way,
walking at.
and much we've scratching the surface and all this stuff. We know all stuff is coming. We've seen all the keynote speeches, read publications. We see these things happening in real life. But you know, if you're discouraged about how you feel in this space, and I'm not one of those people who at one point had constantly into space, right? For me, I might get what I need from this space. But, you know, if you're one of those people that are getting discouraged this early, man, I got to tell you, got to hold on. Don't judge your success by whatever you see other people's successes. Listen, I'm a realist.
Oh my gosh.
I'm never going to have a stew. I'm never going to get a personal shout out from Zuckerberg. Or at least that's not my intent. Maybe it'll happen.
You don't know.
But,
That's right. You don't
know. Exactly. The point is that you don't know. I don't know if 2 years ago, before any of us got into the metaverse, and I can speak specifically to Angel, because I think you in particular, when that happened and your name was mentioned, and all of us kind of just looked around like, yo, did you just shout out one of the richest dudes in the world? Just shout out Angel, right? But
Oh man, that was crazy.
Hello.
Yeah.
I
It was
called right
very
after that
bizarre.
too.
No,
Yeah,
Angel.
I mean,
Honestly, like thank
it
God
was
for
crazy.
that,
That was
like,
huge.
shout out.
That was
Because
huge.
like I had
Wait,
like
explain
someone
to me
in
when
my
I
life.
said what happened.
Oh man,
Yeah, go ahead.
you want to tell the story, Angel?
Tip yourself
Oh,
an
you're
angel.
muted.
Like
You're
what
muted.
happened? Shout out from Marky Mark.
Slick's muted, like contagious.
Oh my god.
Okay. But yeah, so I got, it was like out of nowhere. I found months later because I wasn't like involved in watching like tech conferences and stuff. But there was a press conference and they were speaking Mark Zuckerberg. He was talking about Horizon Worlds, and he like name dropped me, and like it wasn't like
Hello.
a like, oh, you know, this person did a museum, like my name dropped, who I am, where I'm from, my kids. It was just,
Everything.
oh my God, it was insane. And then just like going, there was another press conference that talked about me. And then there's this course in Coursera. If you want to learn about the Metaverse, they draw a name in the course. And I was just like, this was nothing I ever anticipated to happen to me when I got in here. I said it was always just being an artist. So all the extra stuff that came in, all of that was just luxury, you know, a privilege and an honor, really. And I'm just forever grateful for that, because that's, like I said, that's going to be here forever as long as the internet is still running. So I'm excited about
Can I
that.
give you a shout out?
Hello.
That's true.
So basically, I did a guy who was telling me I want to see my time here in VR. So ever since I saw that post, and I was like, "You wrong." Then I've met some friends like, I think that's just like a backstep of your real life, and I'm just like, you're wrong. You know what I mean? Like they gave me so much discouragement. Like I'm like, damn, like what? Like no, that's just like when I posted her, like they thought that I was coming at them, and it's just like no, it's just like you guys said this. You're the only person who like mentioned that like this is just like a backstep. You guys waste of time. This is not, if you wanted something, you could do something here. You know what I mean? You can reckon here. So it's just like that. I'm just like. Yes. So that's my chef. Like the one day that like the guy shot, I was like, that's right. That is right. You got shot out. They don't live. You don't even know what's gonna happen. You didn't even know what's gonna happen. So like you never know when it's your time.
You know, as I talk to people, man, it's. I think the key thing that prevents people's talents within this space is you have to understand what success looks like to you. If you come into this space, right, I'm a creator, not an artist, right? So I can't physically create like Angel creates. You know, I'm not a sculptor. You know, whether I choose to be or not, I can't do the things that Danica creates. I can't judge my level of success based on what Danica's doing, or even what you guys are doing with the podcast. And that's for anybody in this space. But I see this today. If you're an artist or you have a podcast, don't let people who are creating on a particular level discourage you from not starting or beginning, right? Space is
people who aren't even there at all, right?
Exactly.
People aren't even there at all, right?
You start
I'm telling you, this space, you can't do it in this space. Like, you can't tell me things can't be done in this space. I'm sitting with somebody who now has a space on the biggest social media platform of the world. I'm with guys who are creating the #1 podcast in the Metaverse, which is also now the #1 podcast in IRL. I'm with an artist who's been able to transform her entire life, both socially, right, and financially in less than a year. Like, how can you tell me opportunities don't exist in this? Right, these people, Rose, like those are the people, honestly, that you do not need around a creative space. Because it reminds you of limitations that don't exist.
Yes, thank you.
Like I love the space because I've been around, you know, as a creator coming from graphic arts and music and fashion and whatever. Like I have never ever been in a space and been immersed around so many people with the only thing on their mind is creativity. Like, do you know what kind of synergy and energy that creates in the room when everybody around you is a creative? Even the people that don't even realize that they can create, right, are innately at some level creators just by being in this space. They just haven't necessarily figured out how to do it yet. Because I think if you weren't interested in creativity, you probably wouldn't be hanging around this space or even interested in it, because it's a unique environment to be able to hold these conversations and serious conversations, right? We're not scratching the surface with fluff and playthings. But this has just survived almost not being here. Like legit. And many of us now have probably had those instances. We deal with anxiety or depression or even questioning if where we are is necessary. We do need to be here in these spaces, right? This space has invigorated a lot of people's non-existent social behaviors as we've been kind of forced through the pandemic to get on the headset, but more so to build relationships. Because you can't, I don't know if you can enter a space in the metaverse for too long and not be able to connect with somebody, at least one person. There's only so many times you can walk into a room and have anybody engage with you. It just doesn't happen.
Yeah.
Oops, you fixed out. Yeah, it's been.
You're so right about
It's been phenomenal.
Talking about that, actually, guys.
I was going to say, I was going to plug. Take care. And then she disappeared.
Oh no, she's back. She's back. All right, so
she has a fastest reset button in the metaverse. How do you leave and come back so quickly?
Like seriously, it takes me like 20
I was
minutes.
literally watching my bot, and I was just like, "Oh, I'm still there. I'm still there." So as
oh my god, that's convenient.
Oh, okay.
Oh my god, that is so
guys,
convenient.
we have a performance to wrap up the show, and yeah, let's get to it. We're about to have a live performance here, a final performance before we wrap the show. So let's get ready to do that.
I'm very excited to present a very special artist. Her whole brand is being an artist. It's in her name. Angel the Artist has a few original songs for us. Whoa. You guys are going to want to dance, so get up out your chairs and shake that ass. Hit it from the back, Let's go.
Let it go.
Do you have the drone camera set up?
I'm going to do that right now.
Let me also make sure I got everything.
Was not ready for that.
Okay. So firstly, thank you everyone for coming to the #1 podcast anniversary event. And I have 3 songs to share with you today. The first one will be Leave, and this one's a little bit, emotional and dark. So bear with me on this one, and then we'll keep the ball rolling. So here is Leave.
Angel.
One of these days they'll catch my bluff. Oh, she's a fake. She's clearly not sane. Gotta get rid of the pain till there's only one way. But they tell me don't stay. They tell me, please, please, please don't leave. Don't leave. Please don't leave. Please don't leave. Please don't leave. Getting through the night, getting through the day, filled with all these thoughts, don't know what to say, had enough of it, all of it is shit, tired of these fits, wanna call it quits, therapist telling me I'm not crazy, maybe going through a rough patch, I feel lazy, hazy, steps turn too far, make me wanna end it all, but they tell me stand tall, they tell me, please, 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 don't leave, please don't leave. Fast, in my mind right, but it doesn't seem like it's enough, 'cause I cry at night.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So yes, that was Leave. That was directly dead smack in the beginning of, my depression episode. And, when that happens, you get those thoughts and those things happen. But usually what helps me get through all of those thoughts is creating art, creating music, creating all this stuff. So that was Leave. So now we're going to get a little bit fast forward into that depression. And here is Tired. This is in the midst of me trying to work on healing. So here is
Amen.
Tired.
Seeing the highs, tired of rules, feeling the blues, and the fuse leads me to you, and I don't know what to do. Pass the review, but I love just us two, just me and you. And I tried everything, I didn't hold back, but everything is killing me, and it starts to cry. I tried. It's got a hold on me. Picked up the phone, then hit receive. There is no we. If I feel like the task to control Z. Remember the last time that I remember pieces of my soul, they were dismembered. Bleeding my heart, almost time to surrender. Reason my mind never lose a whole surrender. Like cold of December. 6 months ago, I stopped sober endeavors. Now I don't know where to go, so it's this later. Hope it connects to your soul for the better. For the better.
Woo! Hey! Okay.
Eccentric.
Okay.
Expecting to blend in, weak points connected, electric, and what feels like a second dealing with all of the damage from my shell, my altar invented separation caused from my evil tormentment. Pressure boiled up, onions be ready to fend it. If I could say I would, if I did, I meant it. I said all the things that I regretted. Let it seep into my message embedded. I got my pen as attended. Now I can only empathize with it. I'm too far away from what spells our repentance. Like a cord with no extension. Worries and blood, they stop showing love, but you lose it all if you end it.
Woo! That was hard.
Hey, I got goosebumps. Hey now.
All right, now my favorite song.
That was so good.
Let's go.
That was so good.
That wasn't your
So
favorite?
good.
There's more.
That was
No, the next one is my favorite. My favorite.
Oh, wait, there's more.
Yes.
There's more.
So this last song is me fully in healing mode. Obviously, I'm not finished yet. I still have healing to do, but this is me in the healing mode. This is me meeting someone new who has like just uplifted my life and just given me a burst of positivity and makes me want to keep going and everything. So, and it's a little grotesque, maybe, I don't know, maybe a little raunchy, whatever. But yeah, so this is Clouds.
Like I like it.
Say that.
Got my head in the clouds, ain't no way I'm coming down. You see, I push through the crowd. I want you holding me close, put your hands around my neck, baby, rip off my clothes.
Oh. Okay.
I see you look in my eyes, baby, go ahead and tell. I see you look in my head, I know they got you in the fear. When I lick on my leg, I make you wanna take a dip. And when I slide in the tip, you feel like right, you feel like green. Got a scratch in the soul, take a taste, you lose control. Your love is giving me hope, your love saying grab the road. And you just tell me to go, tell me fast and tell me slow. And I won't even glow, until it's dripping down my throat.
Oh.
I know you want to be inside. Whoa. Stay behind, slide my panties to the side. Whoa. Grip my legs, make them open real wide.
Oh.
This
Okay.
cage with me, I'll take you for a ride. Got my head in the clouds, ain't no way I'm coming down. You see, I push through the crowd. I want you holding me close, put your hands around my neck, baby, rip off my clothes. Just hit it from the back, just hit it from the back, baby. Just hit it from the back, just hit it from the back, baby.
Hit it from the back.
Get some poetry, show you what flows all in me. Oxytocin keeps growing, invoking your aura, posing, it's dancing, it's flowing, mind blowing what you do to me. Plenty of fish in the sea, need quality, probably, honestly, I would give it up for free. I don't need those ass and hips, I don't need those double D's. He like my friend most sense, I like the way that he eats. Blowing trees, only me, who's rolling up in them leaves. So we breathe, stay alone while he deals through A through Z. And I know he's not a J, and I know I'm not Queen B, but we free. He's a safe space, he's a masterpiece. Got me soaring through my sky with my demi lead. Got my head in the clouds, ain't no way I'm coming down. You see, I push through the crowd.
I like that.
I want you
Hey.
holding me close, put your hands around my neck, baby, rip off my clothes. Just hit it from the back, just hit it from the back, baby. Got my head in the clouds, ain't no way I'm coming down. You see, I push through the crowd. I'll be around. I want you holding holding me close. Put your hands around my neck, baby, rip off my clothes. Just hit it from the back. Just hit it from the back, babe. Just hit it from the back. Just hit it from the back, babe.
Not on a Sunday.
Hell yeah!
Not
Hit it
on
from
a
the back!
Go, everybody, give it up for Angel the artist right now. Come on, let's hear that shit. Damn, man. I got
Try to hit it
goosebumps.
from the back.
That was beautiful, beautiful.
I just listened to Talma Man take me to the
Angel
king.
the
Now listen to
artist.
that.
Angel the
I'm-
artist.
Get up here,
The
Neo.
artist. Come on.
Angel the artist,
man.
everybody. Shout out to Angel the artist.
That was amazing.
Go, Angel.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Oh my god.
That was amazing.
Obsessed.
Hey, that was groovy right there.
What you guys think about that? Was it good?
The whole ass
Was it good?
vibe.
Hit it from the back,
Amazing.
baby.
It was a vibe. Trying to hit it from the back. You feel me?
Professional ass music being performed right
I
now.
want to be bareback.
That shit was
Yeah.
Right, Slick.
So
Wants
yeah,
you back.
that was the one verse 1 year anniversary special. Thank you guys so much for coming by. We appreciate everything.
I'm not a virgin.
It's been a long journey. There's been a lot of blood, sweat, and tears. Tears from my end, blood and sweat from Neo's. And yeah, we freaking love this, guys. We're excited for next year. Like, you think this is good? It was fun, but next year is going to be, again, it's not going to be just Danica 2.0. It's going to be 1Verse 2.0 too. It's going to be
Hello,
Schilck 2.0.
let's
It's
go.
going to be NeoVerse 2.0.
Yes.
It's going to be 2023 is the year for me. Yeah, I'm thankful for you guys. Thank you again. Neo, you got something?
Seriously, guys, everybody, thank you so much. We deeply appreciate everything. Thank you so much for the love and the support. We support you as much as you support us. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Like you said, this was a 1 year anniversary, and we can't wait to see what happens next year, not just for us, but for all of us, everybody in this community. We can't wait and see where people build, what ideas, what creativity comes up. We can't wait to see it. We're going to be there to support it as much as we can. So thank you all. Thank you, everybody. Remember, 1Verse, we're all one in the Metaverse.
Yes.
That's a wrap.
Hey,
Yes.
#1 podcast in the Metaverse.
Hey, thank you guys. Good job, man.
Now take off that suit and give it to me.
And don't be thinking y'all can get away with doing something big without talking to us. We're going to find you, and we're having you on the podcast next time you guys do something huge.